Everyone, I'm going to give you half of chapter 14, Pairs Repaired, because we all seem a little ready for it, and I think we're caught up on the Westing game. Please let me know if you are not. The snowplows plowed, and a warm sun finished the job of freeing the tenants of Sunset Towers and the figure in the Westing house from their wintry prisons. So they're out of quarantine now. Angela, disguised in her mother's old beaver coat and hat, and in Turtle's red boots, was the first one out of the building, following Seidel's instructions. Oh no, she's going to look in all the cars. She hastily searched under the hood of every car in the parking lot. Nothing was there. Nothing, that is, that didn't seem to belong to an automobile engine. So much for good gracious from hood space. Next out came Flora Bomback. Behind her, a bootless turtle tiptoed through puddles. Miracle of miracles, the rusty and battered Chevy started. But the dressmaker's luck went downhill from there. First, the hood of her car flew up in the middle of traffic. Then, after 2 hours of watching mysterious symbols move across the lighted panel on the wall of the broker's office, her eyes began to cross. After 3 hours, and the grin faded from her face. "I'm getting dizzy," she said, shifting her position on the hard wooden folding chair. "And worse yet, I think I've got a splinter in my fanny. Look, there goes one of our stocks." There's our CEA. So, go back a sec. Angela comes out. She looks under all the hoods in her mom's old beaver coat and some red boots. And then Turtle comes out with no boots because Angela wore them. And she and Flora go to the broker's office. You know, this is before the internet, so she couldn't check her stocks online. Flora doesn't seem to really enjoy the stocks. Flora Bomback caught a glimpse of SEA, $5 at 8.5 shares. As it was about to magically disappear after the left edge of the moving screen. "Oh my, I've forgotten what that means." Turtle sighed. "Ugh, it means 500 shares of SEA was traded at $8.50 a share. What did we pay? Never mind. Just write down the price of our stocks as they cross the tape like I'm doing. Once school opens, it's up to you." Turtle did not tell her partner they had bought 200 shares of SEA at $15.25 a share. On that stock alone, they had lost $1,350, not counting commissions. It took nerves of steel to play the stock market. And what do you guys think? Do you think Turtle has nerves of steel? I don't think Flora Bomback does, but I think one of the reasons why we like Turtle so much is that she's very gutsy. And I think she does have nerves of steel. All right. Oh, Sandy's back in. "The Mercedes is wiped clean and shiny like new," the doorman boasted. His face reddened around old scars as he rejected a folded $5 bill. "Oh, no tips, Judge. Please, not after all you've done for the wife and me." The judge had given him the entire $10,000. Huh. J.J. Ford pocketed the bill and, to make amends for her thoughtless gesture, asked the doorman about his family. So sometimes when you give someone a tip, it's actually an insult because they're doing it out of the generosity of their heart. Sandy, perched on the edge of a straight-back chair, adjusted his wire-framed glasses, repaired at the bridge with some tape across his broken nose, and told about his children. 2 boys, still in high school. 1 daughter married and expecting my 3rd grandchild. Her husband just lost his job, so they all moved in with us. Another daughter who works part-time as a typist. She plays the piano real good. And 2 sons who work in a brewery. Wow, that's 6 kids. It must have been difficult supporting such a large family, the judge said. "Oh, not so bad. I picked up odd jobs here and there after I got fired from the Westing plant for trying to organize the union. But mostly I boxed. I wasn't no middleweight contender, but I wasn't bad either. Got my face smashed up a few too many times, though. Still get some pretty bad headaches And my brain gets kind of fuzzy. Some dummy of a partner you got stuck with, huh, Judge? We'll just do fine, partner. Judge Ford's attempt at familiarity fell flat. I did try to phone you, but your name was not listed. Oh, we don't have a phone no more. Couldn't afford it with all the kids making so many calls. But I did make headway on our clues. Want to see? Sandy removed a piece of paper from the inside of his cap and placed it on the desk. Judge Ford noticed a flask. So that's like a little container of alcohol. Judge Ford noticed a flask protruding from the back pocket of his uniform, but his breath smelled of peppermint. So if he had been drinking from the flask, you'd probably smell the alcohol on his breath instead of the peppermint. Okay, so here's his note. The clues is figured out by Alexander McSuthers. Skies am shining brother. Skies. Sykes. Dr. Sykes witnessed the will. Am brother. Amber. Otis Amber. Shining. Shin. The middle name of James Shinhu, or what turtle kicks. Brother. Chris or Theo Theodorakis. Remarkable. The judge commented to Sandy's delight. However, we are looking for one name, not 6. Gee, Judge, I forgot, said Sandy dejectedly. Judge Ford told him about Theo's proposal, but Sandy refused to go along. It seemed too easy. The clues added up to one message, especially for a shrewd guy like Westing. So shrewd means very smart and witty and hard to trick. Let's stick it out together, just the two of us. After all, I got me the smartest partner of them all. So Sandy doesn't want to share. Shallow flattery for the big tipper, the judge thought. McSuthers was not a stupid man. If only he was a little less obscesque and less of a gossip. Obscus. The doorman scratched his head. What I can't figure out, Judge, is why I'm one of the heirs. Unless Sam Westing just up and died, and there's no murderer. Unless Sam Westing is out to get somebody from his grave. So Judge thinks that Sandy's being a little obvious about playing dumb. You know, like his grammar's not the greatest, and he kind of puts himself down, acts really humble. She thinks it's an act. Obscus. Ugh. That word. I agree with you entirely, Mr. McSuthers. But what we have to find out is who these 16 heirs are, and which one, as you say, was Westing out to get. Sandy beamed. They were going to play it his way. What you need is an advertising campaign. What I need is my half of the $10,000. $5,000 is what I estimate the redecorating and the newspaper ads will cost. Get out of here. Get out. Grace stared at Who's smooth, broad face and the devilish tufts of eyebrows so high above those flashing eyes. Then she turned her back and walked out. Sometimes she wondered about that man. No, he couldn't be the murderer. He couldn't even kill the water bug in the sink this morning. Grace spun around to see if she was being followed on the footstep-hushing carpet in the third-floor hall. No one was there, but she heard voices. They were coming from her kitchen. It was nothing, just Otis Amber shouting at Crow. Something about losing their clues. I remember them, Otis, Crow replied in a soft voice. She felt strangely at peace. Just this morning she had been given the chance to hide her love in Angela's bag. The big tapestry bag she carries next to her heart. Now she must pray that the boy comes back. I remember them too. That's not the point, Otis Amber argued. But what if somebody else finds them? Crow? Crow, are you listening to me, Crow? No, but Grace Wexler was listening. Oh, really, Mr. Amber? Can't find another time to discuss your affairs with my cleaning woman. And where are you going, Crow? Crow was buttoning up the black, moth-eaten winter coat, a black shawl covering her head. It's freezing in here. Otis shut the window. Grace opened the window. The last thing I need is a gas explosion, she said peevishly. Boom! Otis replied. The two women were so startled that the delivery boy sneaked up on the unsuspecting for the rest of the week, shouting, Boom! Okay, so that's where we'll stop. And I wonder what Crow means that she put a note in Angela's bag about her love. Just curious.